ladies and gentlemen of the interwebs. It's at moments like this that I'm reminded of what Malcolm X once wisely said. I won't repeat it for fear of getting canceled, but you can all Google Malcolm X on white liberal women. I will also focus your attention on the eyes. When someone is trying to feign sincerity, they lift the eyebrows. They make their eyes look nice and friendly, while they spew the most vitriolic horseshit you have ever heard. Behold, Sarah Stalker, representative from the state of Kentucky.
I'm going to be honest. I don't feel good about being white every day for a lot of reasons. Because it's a point of privilege that I get to move through the world in a way that so many of my other colleagues and friends and family members of the community don't get the privilege to do. And I'm just a female, but just a woman, just a white woman. If I was a white man, I would be functioning from a point of an even greater
more privilege.
I think we're missing an opportunity when kids have a moment to reflect.
Do you know what it feels like when you're literally choking on your own bullshit? That's what we're seeing right there. I've interrupted. I should let this this moment of intellectual wisdom carry on for its full 60 seconds of torture.
About how the color of their skin does and does not allow them to move through the world. Running to them and trying to stifle that.
Pause it. By the way, everyone just focus on her nice diamond earrings. Focus on her nice diamond ring.
Trying to
all the consequences and results of white privilege. The way she just floats through the universe. People are just they throw money at white people. They throw diamond rings at white people. She just moves through with such white privilege. Such white, what's the word? Fluidity. White fluidity. And then for everyone else, how bad it must be to not be white.
Say you shouldn't feel bad, so we don't want to ever expose you to something that is going to make you have to pause and have maybe some internal feelings. It's a missed opportunity for some really good dialogue.
She looks so sincere in her eyes. We're going to get back to this in a second. Ordinarily, when someone says, I feel ashamed of being white, I would tell them to kindly go fuck themselves. I would say, are you out of your mind? Do you, or if you're serious, you're an idiot. To say I feel ashamed of an immutable characteristic into which I was born. I would say if you are apologizing for being white, get bent and go to hell. The reality is she's not saying, I feel bad for being white. She is literally saying, I feel bad for you to be not white. I feel bad for all of those poor brown Black people who, when I walk through the grocery store, people open the door for me. This is not white guilt. This is white supremacy in its purest form. A white woman looking down at everyone else who's not white, thinking they look up to her because of the color of her skin. And what's amazing is they say it so proudly, as if there's some virtue if they were in fact sincere in their beliefs, being ashamed of the color of their skin, which they're not. What they're saying is they're ashamed of other people's colors of their skin. And then thinking, the way she says, like, as I navigate through the world, like as a white person, it's all candy canes and cotton candy. People just like, they love me for being white. What must it feel like to not be loved for being white? That's what's going on in her demented head. But I got to bring this up, and I hate to bring this up. This is a state rep from Kentucky. I can tell you one thing. The last thing on my mind, the last thing that came to my mind was this comment right here. She's not white, she's Jewish. And I'm like, what the hell? First of all, it's going to be taboo and politically incorrect, but one cannot ignore certain phenomena, certain trends. And I was like, oh, that's weird. How many, I mean, not to be stereotype the state of Kentucky. I'm like, how many Jewish people live in the state of Kentucky to begin with, let alone what? The bottom line is it does so happen that Sarah Stalker is also Jewish. Now, why is this relevant? I'm going to get called a self-hating Jew. Oh, Viva, you're going to be on the trains with the rest of them when they come for us. I don't care. At least I'm going to be intellectually honest. When a white person gets up there and says, you should all be ashamed of being white, and you should agree to be treated differently because you're white. You should agree to give up some of your rights and your privileges because you have the privilege of being white. You should be ashamed of your privilege and the good fortune that goes along with the color of your skin, and we should enact laws, racist laws, to compensate for equity to the detriment of people who are white for the color of their skin, to the benefit of people who are not white. You'll have someone say that simultaneously while saying, well, as a Jew, we gotta have laws that protect us, and we've got to have laws that prevent the boycott of the state of Israel. We've got to have laws that prevent hate speech against Jews. But you whites, now I'm white, everyone, so I'll support laws that discriminate against whites. But when it's convenient to be Jewish, I'll say this to protect the identity of Judaism. You can't deny that there are very prominent people who adhere to that double standard. And to those who are white and don't want to be told to feel bad for being white, and who are not Jewish and don't want to be told that there are more protections for some whites than for others, you can't deny what that looks like to them. You get the one Jewish Kentuckian who ends up in state government trying to tell people to be ashamed for the color of their skin when all that she's saying is, my goodness, I look down on anybody whose skin is brown or black. They have it so rough. They need me, their white savior, to protect them, to take care of them, to guide them through life and this universe, which is so bad for them because of people like me. The soft bigotry of low expectations is still bigotry. And anybody thinking that they are privileged because they're white, privileged, which is the definition, is a benefit attributed to a specific group of people. There is no privilege in immutable characteristics. There's good fortune in some. It's good to be healthy. It's good to be born with 10 fingers and 10 toes. It's not a privilege to be born with 10 fingers and 10 toes. It is not a privilege to be black, white, or anything. It's a biological fact. The privilege that goes along with it is in thinking that you're superior and in implicitly stating that others are inferior because of the color of their skin. Serenity now, people. How goes the battle? Viva Fry, former Montreal litigator turned current Florida rumbler, and soon to be in the bad books of people who say, Viva, what are you doing? Okay, that's terrible. We've got one hell of a show today. I had to start with that because it's too frustrating to live with and to not comment on. White people should be ashamed of themselves. Black people should be proud to be black. You got black pride, you got Asian pride, you got brown pride. White pride, racist. Jewish pride, absolutely fine. Catholic pride, Christian pride, racist. Muslim pride, fantastic. Hindu pride, amazing. Buddha pride, amazing. But white, Christian, working class, feel ashamed, be ashamed, and give up your shit. Because you didn't earn it, you don't deserve it. And sorry, those white folk living in trailer parks who have it extremely difficult, despite the color of their skin, for the indentured Irish servants, forget them. You have it good compared to the other people who really have it bad.